Local irritant tenaculum is often used in following procedure to steady cervix and uterus. Its marks are often found on the uterus during examination. Abortion plate. Iodine contain paste. Attas paste. A mixture of soap, myrrh, resinode and potassium iodide acts as an irritant causing abortion. It was once used for legitimate abortion as well, but soon became popular with the criminal abortionists. It was particularly useful in late abortions. This paste is injected into cervix from a collapsible tube with a uterine applicator. It was a hazardous method of procuring abortion. Death occurring chiefly due to necrosis, infection of the uterine wall, poisoning, etc., of air or fat embolism because of soap. Interruption element contains elemental iodine. Risk were the same as with the Attas paste, Fetex paste, brand name contains benzoate, iodine, thymol, potassium iodide, saponified vegetable oil paste. Lead contains paste. Diacylone contains lead salt and lead oleate and oil. Though abortion did occur sometimes, illness and death with acute and subacute poisoning was common. Abortion stick. Abortion stick is a thin wood or bamboo stick about 12 to 18 centimeter long. Silent fish, a construction traditional stick. At one end of the stick, a piece of cloth or cotton wool is wrapped, which is soaked with one or more irritant, abrus briquette, aureus, arsenic sulfate, arsenic oxide, asafoetida, marking nut juice, mercury chloride, red lead. Variation instead of a stick to some irritant plant may be used. Calotropis, Cerebra thevacia, Nerium odorum, plumbago, grossia, Zeylinica. Method of use introduced in the uterus and retained there. Uterine contraction begins. Air insufflation. Air is introduced in the uterus through vagina by means of a douche tips or genital contact pumps and syringes in a false belief that air would dislocate placenta causing abortion. This rarely happens. May cause death by air embolism. Curettage, more like a professional dilatation done only by experienced criminal abortionist. Dilatation of cervix. Dilatation of cervix expulses the content of the uterus, generally used after 8 weeks of pregnancy. Methods used are laminaria tender, laminaria stick, tangle tender, cone tender or thin rod of dried laminaria digitata, large seaweed belonging to the brown algae group. Availability in a box containing 6 laminaria sticks in liquid. Each one is 8 cm length. The diameter measure 3, 4 and 8 mm. The white thread is attached to one end for easy removal. Laminaria sticks are inserted into cervix over the course of several hours. They slowly absorb water and expand. Introduction of several thin sticks was considered preferable to one with a large diameter. The latter became so tight with expansion that it could impossible even with a thread. Causes dilatation of cervix and expulsion of uterine content. Also contains iodine, which is uterine irritant. Slippery embark. It is the inner bark of Ullumus fulva, a tree which grows in Central and North America. Contains mucilage. Piece of bark are introduced and inserted into the cervical canal, absorb water and swells to slippery jelly dilate the cervix, act as a mechanical irritation and lubricant. Also miscellaneous method, introduction into the cervix and pessaries and sponge and leaving them there. Electricity, placement of poles generating positive pole over the lumbosacral region, negative over the cervix, posterior vaginal cul-de-sac, but it can be done other way could also. Low voltage current is passed, uterus contract and expels content. Gum elastic bougies. In a more advanced pregnancies, gum elastic bougies catheter balloon are introduced through cervix into the uterus mechanism. Irritation of the uterus, complication sepsis, rupturing of the membrane. Methods. Rupture of membrane is done by introduction of an instrument into the cavity of the uterus, cannula, catheter, crochet, needle, curtain rod, douche, glass rod, hairpin, knitting needle, nail, pencil, pen holder, probe, screwdriver, slit, umbrella, rib, uterine sound wire, etc. Who can do abortionist? Woman's herself. Mechanism. Rupture of membrane, escape of liquor, ammonia, introduction of abortion. Time of abortion within a few hours to 3 days. May be delayed or for several weeks. Complication. Perforation of vaginal or uterine wall, breakage of instruments or part of instrument within the uterine cavity, infection. Syringe aspiration. Large syringing is taken. A catheter Plastic tubing is attached to introduce within the uterus, suction applied, negative pressure ruptures, chorionic sac and precipitate abortion. Syringing. Instrument used ordinary enema syringe may be used for doses of hot or cold water which are protected with a considerable force towards a uterine hose. Hinges and syringe. A rubber syringe with a bulb in the center that is compressed to force liquid in only one direction to irrigate a body cavity. Normally used for enema. One end is dipped into the solution and other into the uterus. Repeated compression of bulb pushes fluid into the uterus. If there is imperfect filling of the bulb, a mixture of air and fluid is forced into the uterine cavity at a pressure higher than the uterine vein. Injection material, any irritant fluid. Example, solution of irritating chemicals in water, acids, inorganic alum, resol, formalin, potassium permanganate, lysol, metallic irritant, arsenic compound, mercury compound. Example, corrosive sublimate, lead compound, soap, turpentine, etc. Used by woman herself for unskilled, semi-skilled or abortionist mechanism. The fluid detaches amniotics and a placenta from the uterine wall. Uterine contraction, abortion. Complication, air embolism, extensive local tissue destruction, fatal hemorrhage, infection, systemic absorption of irritant substance causing toxemia, shock and death. Vagal inhibition may cause sudden death. Cause a sudden and rough insertion of instrument in the uterus and rapid injection of unduly hot or cold liquid. Miscellaneous method, alternate hip bath in every hot and cold water. Partial abortion by unstrained abortionist completed by trained doctor because it becomes threatened. Abortionist rupture membrane, send patient to doctor. Woman applied some corrosive substance to vagina, potassium permanganate to produce ulceration and bleeding. Visit a doctor who complains abortion. Woman complains that her uterus is displaced. Unsuspecting doctor passes a sound resulting in abortion. Thank you.